All right, guys, it's Anthony Super Duty Service. Got Andy's truck here. We're getting ready to go back together. Deck surfaces are all prepped. Do one last look before got the deck surfaces prepped. I always like to show them. Heads are ready. They're ready to go on. We did engine out, set of lifters, and oil reseal. We did do a bed plate too. This is the one. It had deck surface. It just really wasn't in the cards to disassemble the whole thing to surface the block. It just sucks whenever we had this stuff going on. See all the lube that was put on the head bolts. That says probably it had head gaskets done under warranty and they just zip wheeled the hell out of it. But you can kind of see a lot of the lines. So this is pretty much done. It's ready to go back together. Heads have been worked. We basic rework, cut everything. Yeah, I don't know. I always like to just make a video before I set the heads on to show what the deck surfaces look like. I mean, cylinders aren't too bad. See a little shading up there at the top. Could be worse. I think it's 100 and some odd thousand mile truck. We did put a fresh set of lifters in it. It was already late model, no updates needed. Lifters done. Got cab mounts in the back. That's just basically, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's just the same old thing. All that stuff's all redone. Andy wanted red. So we are going to go ahead and put a Fumoto valve down there because it's not a fresh engine. I don't like putting Fumoto valves on fresh engines because, I want to be able to drain the oil fast on the break-in oil change just in case there's any contaminants in the oil, any metal, anything like that, because from initial drive, I've never had an issue with it, but, So since this is existing engine, we did not do like rings, bearings. We didn't cut the block. We can go ahead and put a Fumoto valve in it right now. But I didn't put it in yet because I don't like to be raising the engine in with the Fumoto valve, so I just put a drain plug in it. Other than that, yeah, we're just about to go. I think he's getting 4 new injectors, and we'll put all them on one side. Got me a 6.4 block here. Finally got one showed up. We'll see if it's good. We're going to have to mess with the exhaust. That's going to be fun. It wasn't far enough in, and it was leaking. I mean, we've already power washed it a couple of times, so you can't really see, but a lot of the joints were leaking. So what we'll probably do here is get it pressed as far up in the downpipe as possible, because that's what happens a lot. It rubs down here. Look, it's not touching now. That's awesome. And scoot it over a little bit away from the frame. And then I'll weld it. Probably tack weld a little bit. I don't think I'll get to weld the whole thing. I would weld the whole thing if we cut it. But it's all together. It's all there. We'll just go ahead and put a couple of tacks just to hold it up. And, yeah, I don't like putting clamps right here because it doesn't get along very good with the pinch weld in the cab. Yeah, frame all painted, all that's done. Under the cab's all painted. You are getting a new fuel filter cap. I got oil filter caps. I guess I got caught and didn't have a fuel filter cap, so we're going to put a new cap on it. Got to use a socket on that. Yeah, don't use a pair of pliers. That sucks. But sometimes you might get caught on the road and have to do it, but rather not. I don't know, other than that, it's just pretty basic. Well, in here, turbo unison ring was a little shaky, but Andy's son, Jack, his truck was in not very long ago, and we bought a unison ring for his turbo, and then Jack wound up buying a KC turbo to put on it, so we took his unison ring and put it in your turbo. It's kind of a drag when they get like that. It's not real perfect at all. Sucks. But, you know, when it comes to that, we're just going to have to put it together, pay attention, and it's going to be an absolute freaking drag if it leaks right there. Because if it leaks, it's because of all that pitting. So, we'll just... Oh, that's one of them hope like hell. Because that sucks. But, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we won't even have an issue with it. But if we do, we'll know it. It'll whistle like son of a gun. It'll make all kinds of air noise. It'll suck. Did put we reused the pump because this did have no failure, but I did put a new low pressure regulator in it. Try to keep that low pressure oil pumped up. He's got new battery cables, which he bought, which was awesome because he bought them back when they were $130. New battery cables. Now they're almost $500. So no longer can you get battery cables for a 6-liter cheap. So those days are over. That sucks. All right, well, just thought I'd make a walk around before we button it up. All right, guys, have a good day.